Welcome to the Liberty Church podcast, brought to you by Liberty Church in Lula, Georgia. Today's episode, we'll be looking at upcoming events and church activities going on for the next month. Now, here's Pastor Eric. Hey, Liberty family, Pastor Eric here. Hey, back again with you for our 2024, the month of March events calendar for here at Liberty Church. And man, we've got a lot going on in March. So that reason, if you're catching this a little bit earlier than normal, is because I intentionally am putting this out a little bit earlier than I normally would to give you time to get this, all these events, all these things that we got going on, to get them on your calendar. So hopefully you can make plans to be at as much as you can be, as we have many opportunities to love out on our community, to invite our community to come be a part of what's happening here at Liberty, and for us just to make the gospel known and help us make disciples as well. So I'm just going to jump right in and kind of walk through my list here. I made me a list today because we got so much I didn't want to miss anything, and I hope I still didn't. So, of course, during the month of March, we have all our Wednesday night activities still going on. So we have a meal at 6 o'clock. Then at 6:30, our teens have activities. Our children's ministry has activities, and we have an adult class. This year, we're looking at the basics. Probably not going to make it through. We'll probably be extending that when we come back in the fall. But then we're done at 7:30 p.m. So don't forget about that. If you got kids or teenagers, man, bring them and let them be a part of our Wednesday night discipleship as we try to pour into the next generation. Also, our Men's Titan Tuesday, we got 3 weeks left in the month of March. So we'll be meeting on the 5th, the 12th, and the 19th. We will finish up the Titus 10 book. Then we'll take a few weeks off, and I'll be announcing as we get a little bit closer to that, the book that we'll be reading, so guys can go ahead and get it. And we'll be starting a couple weeks after Easter, jumping back in for a few more weeks on another book to dive in. It's really been good. Man, we meet at either 5:15 a.m. or 7:15 p.m., whichever meeting you can come. We're looking at the exact same chapter. So, hey, it's never too late. Go ahead and get a copy of the book and jump in with us if you haven't done so, or at least make plans to join us next go around. I really believe the men, there's about 12 men that are taking part in this go around. I really believe that they've got a lot out of it. I know I have. So men, want to invite you to come and be a part of that. So those are some things that's going on kind of over the month. But now let's dive into some specific dates that you can write down. Of course, man, March the 1st through the 3rd is our Students Disciple Now weekend. I hope and pray that you got one of those sheets. If you're listening to this the last week in February, Chad needs those turned in the last Sunday of February so that he can get everybody in position, everybody where they need to be. So please, if you haven't signed up on the sheet that we handed out last Sunday, be sure to get you one this Sunday, get it filled out really quick and get it back. Like I said, if you're listening to this before the last Sunday of the month. Then after Disciple Now weekend, that next Saturday, the 9th, is going to be our church work day here at the church. We're going to be focusing on outside. We're going to be focusing on our sanctuary, our fellowship hall, the back hallway, just the hallway, anywhere that someone new might walk. We always want to take some extra time and extra care just to make sure that we haven't missed anything. So we're going to have a plan that day. Lunch is going to be provided for you. We're going to start at 9 a.m. So go ahead and mark that on your calendar. Lunch is not the ending point unless we had enough help to get everything done. Lunch is just hopefully to give us some more energy to finish up strong because the next weeks we just got a lot going on. So it's the Saturday the night is when we want to ask you to come and be a part and just help us, man, just continue as you've seen. And I hope you've seen the new floors and the lights in the fellowship hall that just got installed last week. Just part of that refresh and restore program. This is, you get to be some hands-on as we clean, as we, just make sure we take a little extra, care to the detail to really look deep. And we just want to, when someone walks into our campus, walks on our campus for the first time, we just want them to be, man, wow, they really care about this place. So come and be a part of that on the night. Then the 15th will be our Women of Purpose meeting at 7 p.m. So ladies, don't forget about that. Come and be a part of our Women of Purpose meeting. Then on March the 16th, that Saturday following the ladies' meeting, we'll be having our Easter community event, which this year is being called Journey to the Cross. We're being very intentional with our event this year. This is a 100% totally free event for our community to come. It's a family event, and we're going to walk them through just Christ's journey to the cross. We're going to share the gospel, and they'll have an opportunity if they'd like to talk to someone about what having a relationship with Christ looks like. They'll have that opportunity. We're not forcing anything on anyone. We'll have food. I think we're going to have walking nachos that day, or walking tacos. I believe maybe it's what it's called. It's tacos or nachos. I think it's walking tacos. But then we'll hopefully, Lord willing, weather permitting, we'll have some interactive fun games. They'll have some bingo and some things going on out in the fellowship hall. So it's just going to be a fun day that day from 1 to 3. So hopefully you've signed up already. If you haven't, you can see Miss Paula Stubbs or Miss Amanda Doran, and they can get you plugged in somewhere to help us love out on our community. This is one of our all-in events where we ask our whole Liberty family, let's come on board and love on our community really well. So a couple things you can do is, number one, be personally inviting some folks to come join us for that. If you are on Facebook, you can go to our Facebook page and go to the event section, click on the event, hit the little looks like arrow, and you should be able to share that event over to your page. You can actually go in and invite people personally to it. We want to just ask you, that's a free invitation for us when you share stuff on Facebook. It helps us get in front of more people that's on your friends list that may not be on ours. So we want to ask you to help us do that. Then, of course, our monthly food pantry will be Friday the 22nd and Saturday the 23rd. On Friday, it's from 2 to 4. Saturday from 8 to 10. If you can come serve in that, I know they would appreciate all the help they could get during those times, as we just, once again, love out on our community. And I promise you, you'll get a blessing out of it by coming and just serving and loving on people the way Jesus did. Then Good Friday. Now, in the past, man, since I've been here, we've always had a Good Friday night of worship. Well, we're having a Good Friday night of worship this year, but it looks like we're working on details right now. I've actually got a meeting probably later this week where we're meeting when we're going to try to go in with a few other churches. Our word for the year is unity. One of the other churches reached out to us and said, hey, would y'all be interested in us coming together and try to do something for Good Friday? So just be praying over that. As details come in, I will share more about it. But go ahead on that Good Friday night and just go ahead and just reserve that evening to know that we're going to have something planned for us to worship King Jesus and just remember what he done for us on the cross of Calvary on Good Friday. So go ahead and mark that on your calendar. Then, of course, we get to the end of the month. The last day of the month this year, March 31st, is Easter Sunday. This year, once again, we're doing 2 gatherings, 8 o'clock, and then 10:15. We're going to have breakfast in between. So from 9:15 to 10, breakfast to be served at the fellowship hall. So we really want to encourage you to invite your unchurched friends, invite somebody that's maybe looking for a church, somebody that doesn't know Jesus, to invite them to come be with you. We're going to try to help you out in a couple ways. Let me grab something. I should have had it beforehand. You can see I got a whole box right here full. If he was here last year or the year before, this is one of the ways we give invites. We got these called wooden nickels. It's got our logo on one side, and on the back side, it's got, man, just come join us for Easter, 8 a.m. or 10:15, Liberty Church, 7439 West County Line Road, Lula, Georgia, 30554. Then it's got our website, thelibertyfamily.com. So we're going to have these available for you the first Sunday in March. So that Sunday, our students get back from D now. We're going to be handing these out. We want to challenge you to at least get 5 a week over the 4 weeks between then and Easter, and personally invite 20 people to come and join you for Easter, either at 8 or 10:15. Guys, I'm praying and believing we're going to have 400 plus people show up for our Easter gathering this year. And it's all going to be because of your faithfulness to go out and love on people and invite them to come and be a part. So be ready to get those invites. We'll also, here in the days to come, have a Facebook event for that. Still praying through some things. So as soon as that's out, we'll let you know. But also on Sunday, March the 3rd, we're going to have signups for you to be able to sign up and be part of our dream team. Some people we've already got taking care of some stuff, but man, there's something for everybody to do, from helping with breakfast, helping serve, helping clean up at one service. So what we're asking you to do, as we usually do when we have two services, is to serve a service and to worship a service. So you'll sign up to serve in some capacity one service, then the next service, you just focus on worshiping, enjoying our Easter gathering. But it can be greeters. We're going to need, people taking families, because children's church that Sunday will be for the whole gathering. So the children won't be dismissed. So we're going to ask you to check your children into children's church. We do this for the main reason to free up some more seating space in the sanctuary. And we want to ask, hey, we're going to need some people when our greeters are out there, if they have children, say, hey, would you like to go to children's church? We're going to need some folks to help walk them and show them where children's church is, and kind of talk with them and love on them as they take them back and take their kids to drop them off. So, man, there'll be sign-up sheets, like I said, that first Sunday in March. So be praying, where, God, do you want me to serve? It could be, just out in the parking lot, holding signs and greeting people, waving with a smiling face. Like I said, fixing breakfast, helping clean up in the later service after breakfast. Just so much for each of us to do. Greeters in the room, greeters outside. Man, there's something for you to do, and we want you to say, hey, I want to come be a part. I want to help make an impact for the gospel. Remember, I said this past Sunday in my sermon that when we get lukewarm and we get comfortable, we impact nobody. We start to blend in with everybody and impact nobody. And man, the month of March, Easter gathering, you have an opportunity to make an impact by serving others. And that goes to say for all of our events, from the Food Pantry to Good Friday, Journey to the Cross, D-Now, Church Work Day. Every one of these has an opportunity for you to make an impact, but only you can make an impact. And I pray that you'll step in and do it. So that's kind of an overview of everything we got going on for the month of March. So church family, I love you. I surely do love you. So thankful for you. If you haven't got plugged in yet, get plugged in this Sunday to a small group. Come for breakfast at 8:30. Get in a group. We got groups from nursery all the way up to adult classes. Come get plugged in somewhere, and then let's come ready to worship our King this Sunday at 10:15. So guys, we love you so much. Hey, keep fighting, win today, and as always, let's go light it up for the King. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Liberty Church podcast. Please remember to subscribe and follow the Liberty Church podcast on your podcast listening platform so you don't miss any sermons, announcements, interviews, or anything that we put out through this platform. God bless. Have a great day. And as always, go light it up for the King.